Leadership and Management, a Structural Perspective. Not too long ago, I did a video called Leadership and Management, a Systemic Perspective, though there were a set of thoughts that actually came before that model, and I just hadn't got a chance to revise it until now, so I'd like to go ahead and share that set of thoughts with you at the moment. It's pretty easy to think about an organization in a typical organization structure fashion, the way you look at it, hierarchical, and management being responsible for ensuring that the organization is doing what it needs to do. Though I think it's quite easy to go ahead and turn the structure on its side and look at it from this perspective and say that management actually pushes on the organization to accomplish its goals. Though when that push happens, I think what typically happens is the organization tends to spread out and lose its focus, and as a result of that, management exerts a lot of effort trying to get the organization to come back to focus on what it's supposed to be doing. So we're looking at management pushing the organization forward, and at the same time trying to, as I said, herding cats, trying to get the organization to stay in alignment as opposed to spreading out, attracted by other things as opposed to staying focused. The alternative perspective that I had was that leadership is more of a pull operation, where if you think about leadership causing the organization to move in a direction following the leader, the typical result would be for the organization to come into alignment as opposed to spreading out and actually following the leader in the direction that they're going. What this ends up providing is a thought that maybe this is mutually exclusive, in that management is a push and leadership is a pull, and they're mutually exclusive alternatives. You can pursue one or the other, but you can't pursue both. Though if one begins to look at this from an integrated perspective, maybe you could think about how you would actually integrate the two as opposed to think about them being mutually exclusive. I know that I find it difficult to think about integrating things for which I have no words to describe what the integration is. I know that it's probably easy to think about the integration of dependent and independent being interdependent, though what's the integration of leadership and management? What do you call it? I don't know, actually, though my thought is that from a structural perspective, it might look something like this, where leadership is in fact providing the focus and the direction, and management is in a supporting role, continuing to promote the development of the organization to enable it to move in that direction, as opposed to pushing it and expending lots of energy trying to keep it on track. So a set of thoughts in terms of leadership and management, a structural perspective. There's a context link in the notes section of this video, which will take you to a place where you can access the model and a number of other models. And I invite you to access the model and actually leave comments in the model. Simply select any element of you can select any element of the model and tell it that you want to create a comment, which actually creates an issue thread. And if you do that, it will then place an asterisk on that element. And if someone else visits and clicks on the asterisk, it will take them to that issues thread where they can go ahead and add additional comments to it if they choose to. So hope you found this of some interest, and I'll probably see you in another video before too long. Bye.